Okay. Sorry for the.
No worries. Let's go ahead.
I welcome all of you for this online webinar. It's my great pleasure to introduce the research person of this session, Mr. Ved Prakash, a staff data engineer at GitLab, has over 15 years of experience in data engineering and specialized in cloud platforms like GCP, AWS, Snowflakes, and tools like Terraform, dbt, and Monte Carlo. He will be joining us from the Netherlands for the webinar with a track record of leading the development of the data products for supermarket chains in the UK and the US. Mr. Ved Prakash has excels in the full data engineering lifecycle from pipeline design to infrastructure management. He thrives in collaborative settings, mentoring teams, and creatively solving complex problems to drive impactful business decision. Now, I would like to hand over my session to Ved Prakash sir to carry. Thank you. Sir.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you. Thanks for that. Cool. So we'll start with, hello guys, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining. That's the first thing. I think it's your lunchtime and ma'am has forced you all to come and join this webinar. So thanks for doing this for me and hope you all gain something from this. So the topic today, which we are going to discuss or which I will be sharing some insight over the industry standards today, will be DevSecOps, data engineering, and AI shaping the future of the tech. As you can see on the slide, it's a combination of all three. It's a little bit long webinar, but it will be fun. I hope you all enjoy it. So first and foremost, already Priyanka has given a brief introduction about myself. So meet your host, and that's me, Ved Prakash. I work currently as a staff data engineer at GitLab. I have over 15 years of experience in data engineering. I've been working with, before GitLab, I was working for an Indian MNC, Infosys Limited, and that's where I am similar to you all. I'm also the student of BLD. I passed out in 2009 and then I joined Infosys straight away after that. I was campus placed. So thanks to Veena Patil ma'am for giving me that opportunity at that point of time, pushing me to that go and give the campus placement. And that was a wonderful thing which has happened, which has taken the whole journey from where I started from the college to where I am right now. And very proud moment for me, especially coming and speaking to you all and sharing my knowledge. And so, yeah, as you all know, I'm an old student, so please feel free to reach out on LinkedIn or anywhere if you have any questions or any information you need. Apart from that, a little bit more information about myself. So as I said before joining GitLab, I was working with Infosys and I stayed with Infosys for 11 years. So it was a whole new journey, which I worked for Infosys London for quite some time and over there. And in this whole time of when I started Infosys, was started with the two of the best technology. I had confidence at that point of time. That was Oracle and Unix scripting. That's what I started as a system engineer over there. Over a decade, which I spent over there in Infosys, the things changed. The data engineering, which was sitting in the back seat at the back bench of the whole technology landscape, UI and fancy UI was the front end, and everyone was very fascinated about it. Things changed in this whole decade. By the time I left Infosys, I was the product lead of one of the smartest product built for retail chains for CPG licensing and was a flag bearer for adopting cloud infrastructure for data warehouse in a Snowflake. So things changed. So whatever technology you choose, it's not like you have to be very strong in the fundamental. That's the very key concept. I liked database and I liked Unix scripting, and that's where I started with. When I joined Infosys, I was being trained in Java, but when I went to the production after the training from Masood, it was just the only option which was present at that point of time to me was, if you know Oracle and Unix, you can go into a production project. And I said, yes, why not? And that's where it all started. So, and with this, the way I ended up giving a webinar to you, I was talking to Veena Patil ma'am, and she said, why not you do a webinar for our college? And I like, why not share some knowledge with all of you? So thanks a lot, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to share the knowledge with fellow students, and hope in coming 1 hour, you all find it fruitful and take at least one thing back with you. It can be an idea, a technology, or an experience. With this, we'd like to proceed further, and just giving a brief of what we will be talking about, the agenda of today. It will be introduction about DevSecOps, introduction about GitLab, data engineering team and the challenges what we face at GitLab, glimpse of modern data stack at GitLab, AI and data in the DevSecOps journey, and of course the Q&A at the last. So let's begin. What is DevSecOps? So is it a tool? Is it a philosophy? Is it a holy grail? Is it a big red shiny button to solve all your problems? Is it a methodology, or is it a buzzword? So what is DevSecOps? Hey, this slide got messed up. So let's start with, I think something got fuzzy over here, but let's proceed with this further on this. 1 second, kids. I think something got messed up there. Yeah, that's true. So what is DevSecOps? DevSecOps is it a siloed DevOps? A siloed DevOps refers to the situation where the development and operation ops team within an organization works in isolation with one second, I think people are talking. Let me just mute everyone. That's yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, so what is siloed DevOps? Siloed DevOps refers to a situation where the development and the operation ops team within an organization works in isolation and with little to no collaboration or communication between them. This is the opposite of intended goal of DevOps, which is to break down these silos and create a more unified collaborative approach to software development and delivery. How siloed DevOps happens? It's an organizational structure. Company with a rigid departmental structure can inadvertently create silos. If dev and ops teams have separate managers, goals, and initiatives, they may be less likely to work together effectively. Communication barrier, lack of clear communication channels, differing priorities, and even physical separation can contribute to silos if the team don't have regular opportunity to share information and align their efforts. Silos can from tooling and process. Using different tools for following a different process can further isolate the teams. And what is the negative impact of? Is silo DevOps good? It is good. It is workable. But there are a couple of, it comes with a negative impact. Slower delivery, reduced quality, decreased morale of the team. Because working in silo can be demoralizing. When teams feel isolated and disconnected from overall goals of the organization, it can lead to a low morale, decreased productivity, and even attrition. Then the things evolved, and then there is another thing called fragmented DevOps. That is called best-in-class DevOps at this point of time. Fragmented DevOps refers to a situation where the various tools and processes within a DevOps environment are not well integrated, leading to inefficiencies and challenges. Instead of seamless workflow, team end up working in silos using different tools that don't communicate with each other. Why fragmented DevOps happens? Tool proliferation. The DevOps landscape is fully specialized tools for different tasks. Organizations often adopt a variety of these tools within a cohesive strategy, leading to a patchwork of solutions. Lack of standardizations. Legacy system, older system and infrastructure can be built to integrate with newer DevOps tools and practice. That's why we go for a fragmented DevOps. Consequences of this. That's what happens, why it is not the best in a class. It's a reduced collaboration. Team using different tools might struggle to share information and work together effectively, leading to communication breakdowns and delays. Siloed data. When tools don't integrate, data gets trapped in isolated pockets. Increased overhead. Manually transferring data between tools and dealing with compatibility issues can consume a lot of time and resources. Reduced efficiency at the last. The next what we talk about is a DIY DevOps, do it yourself DevOps. Refers to the practice of organization building and maintaining their own custom DevOps toolchain and processes in-house as opposed to using pre-built integrated DevOps platform. In early days of DevOps adoption, many organizations started with a DIY approaches because there were fewer comprehensive DevOps platform available. And this was the advantage of DIY DevOps was the customization, flexibility, cost effectiveness, but it also comes with lots of disadvantages, I would say. It increases the complexity, resource intensive, can divert engineering resource away from core development, a scalability challenge, maintenance overhead. So these were the things which, so all of this thing, the silo DevOps, fragmented DevOps, and DIY DevOps, all working good, but they all had one or two other. What was needed was a DevSecOps platform era, basically a platform where we can do. The DevSecOps platform era refers to a recent phase in the evolution in software development, where organizations consolidate their DevOps tools, processes into a single unified platform. This approach aims to streamline software development, deployment, and security by fostering collaboration between development, operations, and security team. As I was talking about the siloed DevOps fragmented, there was always a siloness was the main problem. Sharing development team and operation teams working in silo, that was another problem. But this one platform solves the problem. The key aspect for this is unified platform. The core DevSecOps platform era is use of a single platform that encompasses the entire software development lifecycle, which I think you would have read in your software engineering paper. The SDLC, that's quietly highly used in the market or in the IT world when you move towards the production. It's a code repository and version control. It has a continuous integration and continuous delivery pipeline, infrastructure as a code, automated testing, security scanning, monitoring, observability, or whatnot. Collaboration. The DevSecOps platform era emphasized breaking down silos between development team, operations, and security team. The platform acts as a central hub where all the teams can collaborate, share information, work towards common goal. Automation is the next is automation. Automation is a key enabler of DevSecOps platform era. By automating repetitive tasks, team can focus on higher value activities like innovations, problem solving. And the security. Security is a fundamental aspect of the DevSecOps. The sec part in this DevSecOps refers to security. The platform embeds security practice throughout the SDLC lifecycle, ensuring that security is not compromised in the pursuit of faster delivery. And then the benefit, what's the benefit of this? When you move to a DevSecOps platform, how do you get a benefit? It's a faster software delivery. By streamlining processes, automating tasks, teams can deliver software faster and more. Improved collaboration. Yes, ma'am.
Wait, are you changing the slide or it's the same slide?
No, this is the same slide, ma'am. I will change the slide.
Okay. Sorry for disturbing.
No worries, no worries. It's mostly just talking about DevOps and then.
Okay.
Okay, so just last part as I was talking about this. So what the DevSecOps platform era solves the problem? So we had a problem in terms of faster software delivery, improved collaboration, enhanced security, increased efficiency, and cost saving. These are the 5 things comes as a part of the DevSecOps. And overall, the DevSecOps platform era represent a significant shift in the software, in the way the software is developed and delivered. So let's move next. Where is this DevSecOps going? What's going to happen? So DevSecOps is evolving rapidly with several key trends shaping the future. The key trends are automation and AI, tool consolidation, shift left security, infrastructure code, security as a code, remediation as code, and software builds of materials. We call it SBOM, which are becoming increasingly important for tracking software component and their associated vulnerability. Overall, the future of DevOps looks promising because of the enhanced collaborative, proactive security, increased efficiency, improved risk management features. So if you look at the DevSecOps, what does it start? It starts with the plan. So it's a journey that since it is one platform, it is responsible for all the software development lifecycle, right? So it starts with the plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. And this whole thing is an SDLC, that's the DevOps part. And with the security and compliance surrounding this whole development lifecycle, makes it a DevSecOps. And if you look at every phase of the software development, plan, create, verify, package, secure, release, configure, monitor, govern, manage, has lots of multiple things which has to be done individually. Team planning, portfolio management, service desk. If you look at the create source code management, verify, CI/CD, continuous integration, deploy, how do you roll out your product to the production? Right. So this is one platform. When you say a DevSecOps as a platform, it can handle each and every part of this whole thing, what you're seeing on the slide. Or it can handle each and every within one platform itself. So if you look the difference between DevOps and DevSecOps, DevOps is generally development, IT operations, and application delivery. But DevSecOps increase if you see that, it brings in the another circle of security. And that is what is DevSecOps, where development plus IT operation plus application delivery with security makes it DevSecOps. The other way to look at it, that you do a code commit, a merge request happens and it happens for deployment. But the GitLab CI pipeline is responsible for the CI/CD, the DevOps part. That's where the DevOps stops. But the security dashboards, security team, the security features makes the DevSecOps a bit better. So let's jump into GitLab. So let me tell you this, what I'm going to speak, why I'm here, whom I represent, how things have started, right? What's the context, how to build the data product services, why to iterate fast, why to use best of you around for the dev, why to give community, why to be transparent, and why to focus on results. So let's go. How everything started. This is a statement which how to ramp up and invent the new category in the tech world and sit on top of leadership place, right? So there was a DevOps which exists, and how do you invent, which was already in place? There was siloed, fragmented, DIY DevOps, and there was a lot of things in the market. This journey of GitLab is more about how to build invent something new category in this whole DevOps with the DevSecOps thing, and be the leader in that respect. So GitLab as a company itself, our mission, everyone can contribute. So GitLab is more than a code repository. It's a comprehensive DevOps platform designed to streamline the entire software development lifecycle, from planning to coding and coding to deployment and monitoring. GitLab provides a unified solution that empowers teams to collaborate efficiently and deliver high quality software faster. One platform, endless possibilities. That's GitLab. So GitLab consolidate all the essential tools for DevOps into a single application. Accelerate your DevOps journey. GitLab built-in CI/CD pipeline automates the building, testing, and deployment of code. Collaboration is made easy. GitLab foster collaboration with features like merge requests, code reviews, issue trackings. Team can work together seamlessly regardless of their location. And that we will see how the whole GitLab as an organization is distributed across the world in the coming slides. Security at every stage. GitLab prioritizes security with built-in features like a static application security, SaaS, dynamic application security, DAST, and container scanning. From open source to enterprise, GitLab offers a range of solutions to meet the needs of both individual developers, like me and you, all the students, and large enterprise. Its flexible deployment options include cloud-based SaaS, self-managed installation, and hybrid environment. So that's the way the GitLab offers its product in the market. Now, let's go about GitLab as a company. Let's learn more about that. What makes GitLab unique? There should be, why do we say that? Why? What makes us unique on this? So maybe the GitLab growth, deep transparency makes a difference. Radical transparency, a look at the GitLab company culture, all remote async work advocate, GitLab, the world most transparent company. How the GitLab handle team builds a culture of radical transparency. So what makes GitLab it's all remote from the beginning. The company is 100% remote from the day one the company has started. It's the world's biggest all remote company in the world at this point of time as well. All remote and async work advocate. So we work async, we are 100% remote, and we promote a lot of asynchronous work advocating where we have a team member sitting in a different time zone, India and US, they can work asynchronously. It's need not be a case where a team member sitting in India has to wake up till midnight to talk to or work with, have a meeting with a fellow team member in US. Maybe a global leader in the distributed work, because that's one other way that we are so much highly distributed across the whole globe. We are the global leader in that. So that makes the GitLab unique, maybe. And maybe the credit values. So GitLab has the credit values which we live for. So if you look at our handbook, all of this credit values, all of the words in this credit, C stands for collaboration, R for results for customer, E for efficiency, D for diversity inclusion, I for iteration, and T for transparency. And at GitLab, we stick with this, we live with this at every day, at every part of the work, what we do. Collaboration over here means working together to achieve a common goal. Results for customer, focusing on outcomes and deliver values to the customer. Efficiency, optimized process and resources. Diversity, inclusion, and belonging is basically fostering a welcoming environment for all. Iteration, continuously improve and adopt. And transparency, maintaining an open communication and sharing information. What GitLab is doing. The DevSecOps platform delivered as a single application to help you iterate faster and innovate together. That's what GitLab is doing. This slide is again back to walk you through the SDLC lifecycle. It is a one platform which is responsible for right from planning to the monitoring stage, and with the security and compliance in all the phases of it. The plan, create, verify all the stage of the software development lifecycle. That's what is GitLab. Now look at GitLab by numbers. Okay, so we have 0 offices. We have 1,800 plus team members in more than 65 countries and regions. We have 30 million plus registered users. And releases, we release a product, a new version of the product each Thursday of each month. This is something should be when you look as from the engineer, and when we look at like why a software is when you will go to the production and when you want to work in IT industry, there will be always a thing that we should do a production rollout only either when we have a siloed window or a window where we can support the production rollout. So we are stick with that. We will always do a release of the product on the each third Thursday of each month, so that we have a time to it's a fixed time that third Thursday of the month we'll have a software release happening. So that's a pretty standard which helps us to support the product in case something goes wrong or there are lots of people available and to do the production rollout. We have 2,500 plus GitLab handbook pages, which is web pages of text. It's a very good resources, guys. You can go to the about.gitlab.com and search for GitLab handbook page. There are lots of study materials in terms of software data engineering, software development, and whatnot. We have reached a 1 billion CI/CD pipeline, which has been executed already. And in the GitLab, in the Gartner Magic Report quadrant for DevOps platform, GitLab has been named as the leader in that. So we work closely. We are the top, even above Microsoft and Atlassian in terms of DevOps platform. Now moving towards further. So this was a journey about GitLab. Now let's talk about the data platform team, the team which is part of where I am part of. So another name for data platform team is data engineering team. Our data platform team is a specialized group of responsibles for developing, maintaining, and enhancing the infrastructure that supports an organization data needs. This team ensures the smooth flow and accessibility of data throughout the organization, enabling efficient analysis and decision making. Primary roles and responsibility for data engineering: design and build data pipeline, that is, build data warehouse and storage, ETL or ELT development, monitoring and optimization. So these are the primary roles and responsibility roles comes in under data engineering. If you look further, the platform administration, infrastructure management, manage cloud-based or on-premise infrastructure that supports the data. That's also the part of the roles and responsibility of data engineering team. Security and access control, performance tuning, disaster recovery, data governance, which includes data quality management, metadata management, data cataloging, and collaboration with other people, training, documentation, and lot. So what are the goals for the data platform team? Okay, so the goal of the data platform team is to provide the best-in-class data platform from GitLab to make a data-driven decisions. We as a data platform team supports directly data fusion and distributed analyst teams, and in some cases by delivering a stable counterpart. We have at least add new data sources to the data platform. Currently, we work with plus minus 25 data source backlog, which we are adding every month on month, quarter on quarter. Another goal of the data platform team is to maintain existing data pipeline. That is, monitor and solve issues, add extra data to the pipeline, optimize existing pipelines. And just to a little bit, when we say a data pipeline, the pipeline basically over here means that bringing a data which is sitting in a one place to the particular another destination. That's what we say. So from a source to target, when you have to move a data from one database to another database, you will write some particular piece of code. That's what is termed as a data pipeline. Okay. Upgrade the platform standards. So we are responsible for version upgrade, providing data services. And if you look at the data organization, it's like the central data team and is a combination of analytics engineering team, enterprise insights and data science team, and data platform. And we work with a hub and spoke model. It means that we have the foundation, the central data team, and which supports the sales and marketing, product engineering, finance, and people. And to understand it better, what I would be like to explain it like this model is basically the way our library is built in our college, right? A library is a place where you have books for everything, right from engineering to reading some research, some course books, some white papers, some newspapers, magazines. That's the central data team. That's the library. That's what it is. That's an example I can give to make you more understand better. And each department is student, like computer science engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. Those are the models which we can treat them as sales, marketing, product, like that. And they all go to the library and take the resources and knowledge from there. Okay, so the data platform team in this world is responsible for reliable, scalable data platform and ingesting the data. And at GitLab, we use our own product to build our own data products. So if you look at this slide, and if you read through this, we are using our product, which we are using to build our product, to build our data product, to analyze the data from our product. So long story, what does it look? It's confusing. It's unclear. This looks a recursion and still confusing. So, and it's true. So let's jump in and see that what we do. Okay. So the current state of the data is deliver results that matters with the trusted and scalable data solutions. Okay. And when you look at the data value pyramids, it is a part of the context, meaning, and insight. The data value pyramid is a conceptual framework that illustrates the increasing value of data as it progresses through different stages of processing and analysis. It highlights the raw data, while essential holds the least inherent value and its worth grow exponentially as it is refined, contextualized, and used to generate insights and drive action. The data pyramid, if you can see over here, has three layers: context, meaning and insight, and within context, the data. The base of the pyramid consists of raw data, unprocessed data from various sources. This data is often as unstructured or semi-structured and may contain error or inconsistency. If you take an example, what are structured data? A structured data, a table are the table which you define in your database, which you read, which has a defined structure. Semi-structured data is like a JSON format of structured data. And unstructured data is like PDF, video files like those. So if with that, you can build the individual facts, figures, signals, and measurement. The information is the second phase where the meaning is derived out of that data set. Data is transformed into information by cleaning, organizing, and structuring it. This process involves removing duplicates, fixing errors, and applying relevant context. The knowledge, that is the next part where this organized, structured, and clean data is used to build the ideas, pattern, trends, and correlations. This involves applying a statistical technique, machine learning algorithm, or other analytical method. And that takes the knowledge to a further level of insight called wisdom, where the knowledge is further refined into actionable insight to bear the interpreting the findings of analysis. Insight provides a deeper understanding of the underlying factor driving a particular phenomenon. So if we look at the data capability model from the last slide to this slide, the context, meaning, and insight. So the context is a descriptive analysis, understanding what happened, right? So descriptive analysis, it's like a example I would like to give you to explain it a little better, that what each of these phases mean and how do you do. What happened is like on a one day in your college, there was a college fest, and there were lots of students coming from across the whole of the college, because college generally works in a different timing for different department, but all departments, all other junior colleges, diploma, everyone came because it's a whole college fest. So if you want to analyze that why there is so much crowd, you can say there was a college fest, and that's because of which we have thousands of students in the campus. That's called descriptive analysis. That's the context. But you want to understand the meaning behind it, why that has happened. So taking a value out of the context and moving, understanding, that's called diagnostic analysis. And that says that understanding what made it happen, right? So that there was a college fest and there was a huge big DJ which was going to be played, and that made the crowd to turn up more, right? And predictive analysis is the insight out of that diagnostic analysis, where understanding what is likely to happen. Take the example again of the college fest, where there are 1,000 students coming in. So what is going to likely to happen? There will be a huge parking issue. So we need to sort out, there will be a parking issue. There will be it's a summer time. So people will be thirsty. So there will be a water crisis, and people will look for chairs because people will get tired of standing, and we need shed, right? What likely to happen? This is something which you can predict, right? And prospective analysis is the further of that insight, that understanding what action to perform to make it happen, right? So as said, you will understand there's a huge parking issue which will happen because 1,000 students will come. They all have a bike or a bicycle or a car. We need a parking space. So you are taking action in advance, that you have and arrange lots of people to help you out, volunteers to do the help in parking. And there is a huge parking space which you have freed it up. You have ordered 1,000 liters of water for this to be fed to the students so that they don't get thirsty. You have ordered a chair that's to make them sit, and you have put a tent to keep them in the shed. So this is the action. So this is how the data is capable to right from context to meaning to get an insight and take action on it. And that's where is the maximum benefit of the data comes. Taking action or taking a decision based on the data what you have makes data more valuable. That helps you prepare for the future. Okay. Now look, when we move further, then this becomes a challenge, right? So as a day at GitLab, the challenge is like data team maturity versus GitLab maturity. Because how do you get matured enough to, a team has to mature and the product also has to mature, both are working together. So the challenge, how to scale the entire ecosystem. So that's the whole challenge for the data platform team as well as the GitLab team. How to scale the entire ecosystem in an efficient way. How to orchestrate, harmonize, and synchronize the data. How to decrease time to market. How to increase the visibility, because most of the time in the any organization, it will be like, I don't even know you or your team exist. That's a major thing which we always used to hear, that how to make the data team visibility to the wider organization so that they can take meaningful decisions using this data set. So these were the challenges. So what action we took for this? We took, made it open source, create to and for the community, get feedback from the wider community for your code base, and improve it, enhance it. Action was dog fooding. The best way to understand that how GitLab works is to use it for as much of your job as possible. So when someone says that how GitLab is working, me as a data engineer also use a GitLab as a product itself to do my day-to-day job. And that's what is called dog fooding. So we become like basically the internal employees of the GitLab itself. We become like customer zero for GitLab, where we try to use all the features of the product to do our day-to-day job. And that's what is called dog fooding. And dog fooding is a culture which is embrace and cultivate the DevSecOps culture. And that is, by dog fooding, we mean GitLab, Git flow, push frequently. So we do MR and we keep pushing as fast as possible. So as I said, the product get released on the 22nd, third Thursday of every month. Similarly, we as a data team keep adopting to that. We keep pushing our code more frequently. That these all are dog fooding under the action, because we iterate fast, the same way the GitLab iterate fast, move fast, and release frequently. Issues and merge requests. You create an issue, you create a merge request, and the merge request gets completed and merged to the master. The issue gets resolved by itself. The other action what we took was teams and organization. So forming, storming, and norming and performing teams. So that's like you form a team, storm it, keep it stable, and performing, the team performance comes from that. So basically the project management, hiring process at its best, stable counterpart, because for a team to perform, the stability is a very big thing in a team together. Because if a team members keeps on going and coming and going, the team becomes unstable and the productivity takes a hit, right? So agile and resilient organization, ability to move quick and transform as needed. Now move towards the next. So this was about the team management action, what we took as a tech stack, mainly open source. And these few slides will be very much interest. You can pick up any of this technology, which will make fancy to you in a database or a cloud or a reporting. Everything is very highly demanded in the market. It will help you a lot in order to, let's say, upskill yourself and ready for the market in the world. So looking at this slide, and let's take a deeper dive. We are present primarily at Google Cloud and AWS. We are one of the star celebrated by the Google, and we are a primary partner for them. We work extensively on Google, but we also have a good presence on AWS on the cloud part. We use Rancher. So instead of Docker desktop, we use Rancher, and which helps us to maintain our Docker engines and all those things. We use Terraform, which is a language for the infrastructure as a code, where if you want to spin up a VM, a virtual machine, or if you want to create a compute instance, example, a Terraform code is being used. We use open source Kubernetes, but on the Google Cloud, that's called a Google Kubernetes engine, and that is extensively being used for us. The next thing which we use for our orchestration is Airflow. Snowplow is one of the highly scalable data pipeline what we have built, where we are able to consume 78 million to 80 million of events a day per day from right, and that happens like an event created on the website. Like when you go to like Facebook and click login, that triggers an event. Not the data that what is your username, password, but someone has logged in and you have clicked on a profile picture. That's another event. All of those data, when you, it's the same thing happens on GitLab. When a user try to create an issue or merge request, that's treated as an event. And that's what is held by the Snowplow. And that data gets processed all the way to Snowflake. Fivetran, a Stitch, these are the open not an open source. These are a proprietary solution, but it's a uses a single IO under the hood. The Apache Iceberg and Apache Spark. That's also in the tech stack, which we are evolving and we are using. Permafrost, Python is the language, primary language in the data engineering. Permafrost is our tool for role-based access control for a Snowflake. dbt is a data build tool, which is used to do all the transformation within the data warehouse. Singer IO, that is being used to do the build the tabs and targets for Meltano. The data warehouse is a Snowflake primarily. We use Monte Carlo for our observability part, where we are able to identify any issue in our data source. Jupyter, Tableau, and Sizens are used for reporting and to run the data science workflow. So this is the whole landscape of the data stack at this point of time. With this tools, in this action tools, we have the rising star, which is dbt. And that's what, if you're interested in data engineering and analytics engineering, you should try practicing the dbt tool. It's an open source core product. Anyone can download it. Engineering students, if you're interested and fascinated about data, get hold of it. This is a good tool. This is a very high in demand. This will help you a lot. Engineering and analysts have different tools to answer the same questions. And why dbt is a rising star? Because engineering, data engineers and analysts have different tools to answer the same questions, depending analytics depth and lengthening time to insight. So data engineers will create a stored procedure, and the analyst will try to create an ad hoc BI queries using a disjointed table structure. So dbt safely connects data development works so team move faster together, helping to build an expectations of knowing with timely data everyone can trust. So reusable SQL version control and web-based ID speeds the development. That's what dbt is. With the GitLab CI/CD testing and automated dependency management, reduce the data downtime, and business accessible documentation build trust and ensure consistency. So that's how a dbt we use with our CI/CD pipeline within GitLab. Action tool, Rising Star Monte Carlo. This is used for the data observability. This is one of the good tools. It's not an open source tool, but it is a good tool to have a practice on, very highly good in demand in market. This is basically used to know that a table is getting data every day. For example, if you have a table with how do I say it for you to understand? A table which has all the users, all the students of BLD, and that table is not getting updated in the warehouse due to some reason. Now, what happened all of a sudden that after 1 month, people is looking at the number of active students coming to the college, and the number is still showing 500, but there was a huge admission being done in last 1 month. So why this number is not changing? By the time you analyze, your reports get messed up. So this tool helps you to identify that, okay, hey, look, the user table, the student table is not getting new rows from yesterday. Go and investigate this. So it should come from the office of registrar to your central database to increase the count. So that's what this tool does. A good tool for the market. The another tool, which is a completely our rising star, is Permafrost. This is an open source tool which is built by GitLab team, data team member itself. One of my colleague over here is on the call is Snehans, which is one of the maintainer of this particular project, where we have built in-house data tool, tools to do the role-based access control for a Snowflake as a data warehouse. So very good tool. Explore it, and everyone is ready, are officially, what do you say? Everyone can contribute. So you're open to go and look at the tool. Any suggestions, anything you want to do your hands on, go ahead and try to do it over there. With this, the pipeline. So we build a pipeline which is right from the docs review to prepare, test, prod test, post test, and post cleanup. It helps in every part. We use our own tool to do it. We have a test environment for GitLab to Snowflake. So we have a zero copy clone Snowflake environment created on the demand and isolated test environment, destroyed each week, created on demand per issue. So we don't have a test environment sitting for 24/7 for 365 days. We create it on demand only when it is required. And gets created automatically. There is no manual intervention required. The enterprise data platform in the open source world. So that's the tool. So we have the whole EDP, which is open for Singer, Meltano frameworks. We use it. With this, what we got is the result. Roles. So we got roles and responsibilities within the team. We got data analysts, we got data scientists, analytics engineer, data engineers, like that, different roles who are responsible for the data engineering is mostly related towards the data infrastructure, data platform, ensuring the scalability and security of the whole infrastructure. Analytics engineers are responsible to build the data model. The data analysts are specific bespoke to their department where they need their data marts to be built on top of this our common dimensional model to serve their need. And data scientists are used for which we'll speak further a little bit. So the data people plus tools. So what all the tools and all the OpenStack tools, what you saw there, plus people, is a data science team, which is responsible for propensity to expand, propensity to contract, and user segmentation. Basically, it says that propensity to expand to explain. This enables the sales team to capture opportunities that increased annual recurring revenue. So basically, the model has been built by our data scientists. By reading the data, they are able to help the sales team to say that this customer can be our potential customer. A user can be our potential customer who can buy GitLab. Propensity to contract. It also helps the sales team to prevent the reduction of the ARR. That is, someone is trying to leave GitLab. This model helps you to track it and determines the profiles of the customer. That's the user segmentation. So what's the benefit of this? If you look, the process we created, the benefit was process. That is data everywhere, right from marketing to sales to people to product engineering and finance, a trusted data which is sitting over. A start with an issue. We have created a process that everything in the data world starts with an issue where you put all the information, all the details, what is required, what needs to be done, and what I needed, and it just gets picked up by the data team itself. The whole trusted data model, right from defining requirements, so audience and problems, objectives and key results, KPIs, to the wireframe for data modeling design, model iterations, review feedback, and model delivery. So with this, we had our own process, which is ELT, which is extract, load, transform, and D is for documentation. We work a lot. So we are the handbook first company as single source of truth. And that's why we are able to do a lot of async work. And that's because we have everything is documented. We have short-term direction, that is enterprise data model, trusted data framework, data visualization, and self-service data program. So this means that deliver results that matters with the trusted and scalable data solution. That was the first slide when we talked about, right, in this beginning. So process, the long-term direction, which is to contribute to open source project, deep analytics capabilities to GitLab customer, align results with data value pyramid and data teams KPI. So the time is running, so let's move a little further. Let's wrap it up before AI kicks in, okay? So we are not done yet. Permanent iteration. We consider our work to be persistent state of iteration. Look for the value iteration. That's the I in our credit values. Iterate and move fast and try not to get lost the bigger picture. So support from the core product gave us the back to embrace, learn, and apply DevOps culture. So That's the support from the code for DevOps, SecOps plus open source and culture in the team. Tons of flexibility in order to
Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me? You guys looking like Uchitra?
uncertain environment. Go for the boring solution. Some people call it best practice. So this little bit explanation over here. The go for boring solution is a principle that advocates for choosing well-established, proven, and reliable solutions over trendy or experimental ones, especially when it comes to technology and business practices. The boring solution is often simpler, easier to maintain, and less prone to unexpected problems. It is often referred to as best practices because it has been tested and refined over time, demonstrating its effectiveness and reliability in various scenarios. Be strict and disciplined to keep everything in source control. So we are very strict at GitLab. We keep everything in our code and everything is in the repo. Be even more strict when it comes to your test your code and automate everything you can. Follow more, test more, and keep everything in code. The part which is like very this, be cruel and insensitive when it comes to your code based quality checks and automate them. So iterate on this, and that's how we take it from there. Make your documentation a first class citizen and a single source of truth so that it can help, and there is no which promotes the culture for the async, what we believe. Live with your values, the whole credit values, such as credit, collaboration, result for customer, iteration, transformation, transparency. So now if you look at the same statement, which we are using our product, which we are using to build our product, to build our data product, to analyze the data from our product. If you read it nicely after this whole slide, we are using product GitLab to build data product enterprise data platform to analyze the data from GitLab. So long story short, this is where we are now. We use our own product to GitLab product itself to build the enterprise data products. At GitLab, everyone can contribute. So this is again, this is our mission statement, and we all want to be there. Now let's move towards the AI. So when Nimble is not fast enough, that's where the AI is coming. How AI and data leverage our DevSecOps journey. So what is AI? Do you remember the buzzwords? In the past, we all have heard it, right? Java, IoT, Agile, Scrum, client server, mobile development, crypto, NTF, metaverse. These all are the buzzwords which you have heard in past. And VR, AR, virtual reality, augmented reality, Lambda architecture, open source open source database, XML database, no code, low code, 4GL. It's all what it is. It's all are the buzzwords which you have heard. So is AI also a buzzword? So let me tell you the secrets. All the buzzwords are mainly used by the consultant to sell them to you and give themselves a well-deserved lucrative paychecks. At the end of the day, developers will get things done as always. It was there before and it will always be like that. So it's not going, the developers are not going anywhere. And what is the difference with AI? Is there any difference? As many of you are going to get into the IT world, one way or another, who were bothered by relatives and neighbors about the terrifying futures of AI will bring to us. What will happen? So if you look at this slide and see where AI is very first approaching, chef who are low end, storage worker, driver, the task which is routine task and there's a manual task, that's where AI is coming up. But the task which is routine but cognitive, like accountant, customer service, radiologist, AI is at the center, but the human beings are still required to do the things. A radiologist, a software can detect it, but a radiologist needs to verify that. What's the result of it? cognitive plus non-routine tasks like marketing, manager, architect, building or designing a building can't be done by. That's a human creativity which requires, that's not a routine task which anyone can do it. And manual plus non-routine, a chef high-end chef who works in the Michelin star hotel, elderly care, the old age people care, that can't be done by the AI. Plumber, no, it needs a human person to fix your pipe, right? It can't be like it can be done by the AI. So there is no AI. If you look it further, there is no AI that can beat the human stupidity. So I am not an expert on human stupidity, so we will talk today about AI, data, and DevOps, right? And we have a start. The holy trinity is the data, DevOps plus AI drains most of my professional life, which is fun and most of the time. So friendship between data and the DevSecOps platform is the holy trinity among data, DevSecOps, with few seeds of AI can do very nice things in the future. And with this, well, finally, welcome to the party. The all ops era is here. The all ops era, it consists of the data with AI, DevSecOps combined together. And why did we start this journey? So why did we go for the all ops and things with the AI? Leadership said, win or die. Everyone is having that, and we should have it. Of course, this is making mainly a marketing thing, and we are still struggling to have proper information when the column in the database is added or dropped. So how to leverage the data usage? How do we do it? So how leveraging the data and the proper and offer developer throttle in their daily work and keep them away from headache and bad mood, right? So that's a how do we do it? So first question comes, why do you need data, right? In the AI world, why do you need data? Need to feed the hungry animal, maybe. The hungry animal is over here is the AI. Need a high quality input to get an outstanding output. Every decision, a very good decision from the data can only comes with a very good data sets, a very clean and high quality input what you give it. We are still struggling with the data quality. So data governance sensitive data and other monsters. So to understand more, what makes us the tech geeks, including you all folks sitting on the other side, from any IT side spectrum, both repetitive work, errors, silos, conscious and unconscious bias. I dislike you, you dislike me, and we will never approve your code. Micromanaging, constant interruption. In short, the tech professionals and AI current relationship status is very complicated. It's not that. So taking further, as per the GitLab report for 2024, which is just released recently, AI is a core part of software development. It has gone to 78% of the respondent in that survey said that they are currently using AI in software development or plan to use it in the next 2 years, which is up from 64% in 2003. In the last year, the survey, they said 64% only people said that they are going to use AI in their software development, which further changed which, if you look at this, the security, AI, and automation are the top investment areas in 2024. Security it just suffered up. But if you look at the AI, it has moved from 17 to 19%. DevSecOps platform also has jumped from 16 to 70%. Automation, there is a hugely 14 to 16%. So there is a huge change happening towards security, or the other things are not. And if you look at the very bottom, the value stream management or DORA metrics analysis, this is something which we'll discuss further. But that's also lots of people, lots of the C-level wants to know how they are using their AI in their organization. And with this, as AI is growing, the security and compliance is becoming a challenge. 83% of DevSecOps professionals have said implementing AI is essential, but privacy and security concerns are blocker to deeper adaptation. So as we grow further with AI, the security, the governance, and all will come in picture. And this time, for AI is now. The time for AI is now, but adoption should be intentional. So this year, 78% of respondents said that they are currently using AI. If you look, there is a jump from last year. The orange bar on the top, it's 23% to 39% people are using. The people, those who say that they will use it in the next 1 or 2 years, have gone down because they all have already moved there. So it's going up and up. The consumption is going up and up for this. So moving next, top way respondents are currently using. So if you look, team wants AI integrated and then into all aspects of software development. And if you look how they are using, software engineering teams are eager to adopt generative AI to help accelerate code creation. This year, the code generation and code session completion used for currently using AI is 47%. Explanation of how a piece of code works, that technology of AI is used 48%, summarize code 38%, and chat bots 35%, and code reviews again. So with this, what tools do we need to have for this? Which is an integrated platform tailored for us, not only to have an assistant to generate code which will open a CSV file or type hello world, security compliance out of the box. What is that? Probably the most boring part of our professional life. My dear, AI tool explained to me what is a good way to leverage my tech skills and boost my productivity. Smart support. So this is what do we need? What should put a smile on the people's face, right? When the work and delivery is fast enough. If you ask your manager, the right answer is probably never. Luckily, these days, there are plenty of stereo advice concept that can support you. Our option for this is GitLab Duo. It is an AI-powered workflow, boost efficiency and reduce cycle times with the help of AI in every phase of the software development lifecycle. That is, it is useful right from the planning stage to code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. And if we use GitLab Duo a lot, you should consider enjoying the next few concepts. So percentage of, if you look, you should time developers spend on daily tasks. It's just not coding. If you look, the 21% is only writing code. 15% of them work on improving existing code. 13% works understanding what the code does. 15% meeting and administrating tasks. 11% code maintenance. 12% do testing of their time goals, and 10% is identifying and mitigating security vulnerability. So supercharge your productivity with generative AI. Generative AI is a branch of AI capable of generating new contents. Given the success of transformers models in natural language processing and their flexibility is being adapted and fine-tuned to different and more specific tasks, they have been called foundation model, a term coined by Stanford Research in 2021 research paper. So supercharge your productivity with generative AI, that is using code suggestion, use code explanation, AI to do your code explanation, AI generated test for code changes, vulnerability explanation, value stream forecasting, DORA metrics. And executives always acknowledge that there's a problem to measure the developer productivity, but measurement is difficult. And for that, we have a DORA metrics. So this was a survey done with, again, the GitLab report of this year. Do you currently measure developer productivity within your organization? 15% we want to measure developer productivity, but aren't sure how. 6% we don't measure developers. 1% don't know. 42% say yes, and we are happy with our approach, and 36% yes, but we think our measurement is flawed. So there is a huge thing. Our solution for this is DORA metrics. Behind the acronym DORA stands for the Development and Research Assessment team. DORA metrics are used by the DevOps teams to measure their performance and find out where and the low performance to elite performance. It helps to deployment frequency, lead time to changes, time to restore services, change failure rates, and reliability. So again, supercharge your productivity with generative AI, improve code review process, merge request change summary from lazy people to lazy people. issue comment summary, suggested review. So with generative AI, we can boost our productivity high. And with this, the things which would have taken like 5 days to do, we will be able to do it in 2 days, but the remaining 3 days we can utilize to iterate it much more faster, make it much better. Merge request, review summary. The supercharged productivity with generative AI. So what next? It's the AI chat, the duo chart, and experiment a lot with them. So if you go to gitlab.com, create your own user, try to use this duo chat, experiment it. So it's free for the version is free for the students for a certain number of projects and the number of people using that. Go explore it. You will get to learn a lot about this. So the question is AI your best friend or your worst nightmare on the developer journey? So let's agree upon one thing. Should we work less or more in the future when pressing a nice and shiny red button and automating everything? Who is for less and who is for work more? So is AI your best friend, your worst nightmare, or developer journey? The question is so pathetic, but judgment will be more enjoyable, I pledge. No one stops the wheels of progress, neither our grannies nor you will do. If you look at this picture, the first airplane flight was in 1903. At 1969, humans were landing on the moon. This picture might be controversial, not going there, but what's saying that the journey has started from a plane to landing on moon, and the things kept on changing. Why is this so pathetic question? The AI your best friend or not? Because there is no shiny big red button to press and sort out all our problems, right? Because if you are a plumber, if a water broke down, you will call a plumber. AI can't solve it. And yes, if you are a plumber, you should feel secure in this hype and you can skip the next few slides. But we are engineers and we will be needing going further. It can be a nightmare. But this is me trying to, if you look at this slide, this is give you that how most of the people are trying to use AI. They are just trying to tell the AI to be nice, most of them, and then most of them are saying just tell AI to be nice. But in mid, it's alignment, it requires advanced understanding. And that's where engineers comes in picture. AI can be our great assistant. Do not worry, as you shouldn't split your paycheck with a super smart machine. And with all this, let's wrap it up. Without any doubt, this is a great time to be alive. You are not just a silent observer. Especially for tech experts, you have a chance to be involved in something really big happening in front of your eyes. Also, it is an even greater time to start panic. But keep it light. In the end, everything should be fine. Think of maths teachers protested against calculator use in 1966. And that's a reality. That's a but see where we are. We at engineering, we use calculator in our examination. So still every part of the requirement is there. The maths teachers are also required and the calculator is on. With this, I would like to conclude. Expect the best, prepare for the worst, capitalize on what comes. This is a statement by the Zig Ziglar, which I feel that we should be prepared for the worst all the times, but expect the best to be happening with it and capitalize whatever comes on your way. And at last, about me, find me and ping me. You can scan the QR code. It will take you to LinkedIn. Over there, you can ping me to get any questions and ask. Now I will open the floor for questions. If anyone has any questions, we can engage on this. Any questions, ma'am?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Leena Ragha.
Yes,
Sir, it was a really good talk for our beginning learners on DevOps platform. Sir, my question on behalf of students is, can you name some institutions where DevOps can be learned in the right way? or is it to be practiced on their own to get into this field of development?
So there is no ma'am, institution. I'm not, but the best place to learn about is what we feel is like most of the things are present right now online. So GitLab itself has a GitLab University where you
Okay.
go and you can do a self-learning, self-educate yourself around this whole thing. And then they have GitLab has certifications as well. Few of the courses are free, which you can just learn by your own pace. And I think to start with there, where you get to know what is Git, where you keep your repository code base, and what exactly is the code base, that gives the first intuition that we all code, we all learned programming in engineering, but when we were there in engineering, there was no Git. That used to be a VSS, Toad-based SVN version management tool. But that we came to know only in production when we reached out to the production. But the things have evolved. So I think the best place to keep tap or to learn more about DevSecOps, from my perspective, would be to go to the GitLab what do you say, the certification list. So if you type on, I think I have a list. I will just give it. I will stop the share for a minute and I will give the list. I have the link, which I'll put it in the Zoom chat to learn. I think this will be very useful for the students to please take a note of. The first one is universitygitlab.com pages and certification. So this should take you to the journey of all. So I will share and walk you through a little bit. So this is the GitLab certification thing, benefit of certification and digital badge you get. But start with something very basic. GitLab certified, Git associate. It is just the fundamentals. And I think this will be the start of the journey where you can look for lots of tutorials on YouTube and all. And you can register yourself, read through it. Most of them are completely free. And the second link which I have gave in the chat is for the Snowflake University. That is something which you should leverage it if you're interested in a Snowflake as well, because over there also most of the courses are free. You just have to go and start learning, create an account which is free for a month. You get lots of $400 credit over there and try to understand, because these things will help you. Combining Git with a Snowflake will help you a lot in terms of getting ready for the market, I would say. Does that answer your question, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you. It was really good for our students to understand that things are available in online. And they're supposed to explore and get the training.
Correct. Yeah, yeah, certification is there. I would say please do it. It would be a great this experience to understand and learn more about it. Any more question, ma'am? You're on mute, Veena, ma'am.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great talk by you, Ved. We are really delighted. Especially, I'm very delighted to see you.
Thank you. Thank
you. And I thank you a lot, because probably, I mean, it took 3 times rescheduling of the same event.
That's
we rescheduled. I'm really, really thankful for that. That you cooperated with us. You took your valuable time and you have given your best today. I'm really thankful, and I'm really thankful for giving such an informative message to our students. I don't know how many of them are going to take use of it, but I'm sure that it is really going to help them. Thanks a lot.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
And
yeah,
let me tell.
Yes, please.
Let me tell my dear students, he is no new person for me. He is alumni of our college and our student, and it gives so much pleasure to the teacher, to see a student presenting in front of you.
Correct. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Hope you people will also take one day such position and make us feel proud. I'm really thankful, Ved. I don't
Yes.
have words to express the happiness, you know.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for
It
taking
it
so
means
much
a
of
it
effort.
means a lot. It means a lot. And just for your student, it's just not me who has studied from BLD. My whole family has studied from BLD. My elder brother is Vikas Chandra. He was present in the campus last to last year for some event over there. He is a alumni from architect department. He works for Government of India for Smart City project. My younger brother has passed from mechanical engineering, and the younger one, two of them passed from mechanical, one from diploma and one from two from one sister from diploma and one sister from CSE. So there have been a whole family by the time I
That's
wrapped up,
great.
so there have been a legacy from BLD. So I have a close attachment. Thanks to ma'am, and I think there are lots of other teachers with whom Unki sir I remember, Prema ma'am I remember. So thanks a lot. I'm not in touch with them, but I remember them, of course, in any point. So it's always been a pleasure, ma'am. It's been a great. And yes, please reach out, ma'am, if you feel that some workshop is needed for the student to do a practical workshop. I will try to do something. I'm started preparing that, which may help a student to do some practical hands-on lab. So we can do some hands-on lab. I'm trying to set up the infrastructure so people can do it smoothly. But that will help to take it to the next stage. So let me know if you are interested. We will do it sometime coming months, not next month, but after that I will be.
Yeah, definitely. We will catch you. I won't let you go like this. I will definitely take the best utilization of the knowledge that you are having.
Definitely.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank
pleasure,
you.
ma'am. Always there to help and help the team and the college itself. I love it. I love my college. So yes, I had a huge risk. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks everyone.
Thank
And
you.
yeah,
Thank you. Thanks a lot
reach out
for
on LinkedIn if
giving.
you need anything. And yeah, I will be in touch.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.